Hi, in this episode of LordSplodge D20 we're going to take a look at Uwe Rosenberg's Agricola, All Creatures Big and Small. This is the two-player version of based on the Agricola game from Uwe Rosenberg as well. Anyway, so what comes with the game is you've got a worker area, so it's a worker placement game just like its big brother, and then you've got various components around the side. So we've got barns, wood, reed, stone, fence posts, stalls, a row of special buildings to buy at the bottom, and various little neat meeples, or whatever you want to call them. There's a pig, escaping pigs, cow, Bobo, or horse, and a pesky troublesome little sheep. They're actually quite neat, much better than vanilla cubes. Anyway, so each player has their own farm, as indicated by this little play mat here. And on that farm there are a number of spaces, and they have a basic house. So basic house, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 spaces on each one. And during the game they can expand their farm by using the area on the board here, which indicates that they get one fence and they get to expand. Anyway, so let's just show how the game goes. So the first player marker is here. So let's pretend this is me. I'm going to go and get this wood. That spot comes with 3 wood. So if I put my worker there, I do wish these were people, not this, but hey ho. I put that there, and take the 3 wood, put it in my supply, and then the other person, the blue mark player, have a go. They're going to collect some stone from this bit here, which is 2, and that proceeds until all the pieces have been taken. Some spots, for example the feeding pen one, lets you take the 1 and as many as you can afford extra for 3 wood each. Same with this fence one here. That will let you take 2 fence pieces and unlimited 2 wood for each, 2 stone for each, sorry. Or this one you just pay 1 wood for each one. Now after you've placed everything you will breed, but at the moment we don't have anything, so let's just skip forward as if we've played a few rounds and then continue from there. Okay, we're about halfway into the game here. Next to the spot that lets you take a fence and expand your farm, you place 8 fences at the start of the game, and each turn 1 moves onto here. Because at the end of each round what you'll do is you'll restock this board. So this here says 1 goes onto there, so at the end of each turn you'll put 1 on there, and if there was none on there you'd replace, but you'd only put the number. Same with this, you keep increasing the stone on there, so during the game if nobody takes it, it can build up. This one will get 2. You don't restock anything down here, but the animals stock up. So if this has got a reed on it here, as indicated in the little corner there, you'll put a sheep. This has already got a pig on it, He'll put a sheep, and you keep building them up each turn if nobody takes them. The one with the horse also gets a sheep, and the one with a cow on it gets a pig. So you restock the board after each turn, and to indicate the rounds increased, the next fence piece will go on there. And then you get the breeding phase, and what happens then is each player takes a look at the animals they've got, and for any two, it doesn't mean more than, it's just any two of, so there's 5 sheep there, they'll only get one more. So if they had 2 sheep, they'd still get one more. So you go get a sheep from the supply, and that goes into your supply temporarily, and this player will also get a cow. So we take a cow, and then what you need to do is find space for it. Now you'll notice that the cottage here can have 1 animal in it, that's marked in the bottom right, but this player's built a feeding pen, and that doubles the number, so they can have 2. The stable can have 3. So what they do is they put the cow on the stable, and that'll be okay, because animals can't share pens, so they could have put their cow in this one, but not in with the sheep, and not in the house because there's only space for 2. So the sheep, normal fields can carry 2, so there's 2 in that one and 2 in that one, so they can't go in there. The shelter can only carry 1 animal, so already got a sheep in it, so luckily they've got an empty field there. And then that's that player's breeding phase done. And then the next player, they've got 2 horses. They've visited the special building slot, and they've upgraded their house, as one of the special buildings is the half-timbered house, and that one goes on top of the building there. I mean, the other player did a special building, they did shelter, which immediately gives them 1 animal of their choice. So that can store 2 animals. So they have 2 horses in there. And so that gets them a horse into their supply. And they've also got 6 pigs. The game comes with these handy markers. So that field there would normally carry 2. But because this player's put a feeding trough there and a feeding trough there, either of those can carry 4 pigs each. So these handy little tokens for sheep. It's normally sheep from our playing that you do, but if you want to get some wood or stone, there's those as well. So that's useful. Anyway, so they've got 6 pigs, so that's 2 or more pigs, so they get another pig for their supply, and there's no more animals. But they can put this pig in the field here because it's got a feeding trough. So that's that field, which is messy. But that lets that field take 3, and the house can take 2. So the horse can't go in the house. It also can't go in this field here because there's no fence there. So it would run off. It can't go in that field, again, there's no fences. So unfortunately for this poor player, the horse goes back to the horse supply and they lose that. And that continues until all the rounds have been marked, and then they have 1 last breeding, and at that point we score, and you score for the number of animals, the points on special buildings. So this half-timbered house gets 5, the stall is worth 3. You can also, at any point, if you've got it, upgrade a store here by paying 5 wood or 5 stone. And flip that over and it becomes a stable, which is worth 4 points at the end instead of the 3, and can carry a few more animals. It can carry 5. And the best part of the game when it comes to scoring is it tells you on the side how to score for animals. So 0 to 3 of any animal will get you -3 points. 8 to 10 sheep is 1, 11 to 12 2, and so on. Sheep being the least valuable, you need more to get the same amount of points, and horses being the most valuable. But what you do is you take a score sheet and you'd write down, so if you look at the one on the left, that's 9 sheep, 7 pigs, 8 cows and 0 horses. That gets 1 bonus point for sheep, 1 bonus point for pigs, 2 bonus points for cows, and -3 points for the horses. Then if you have a expansion and that expansion was fully used, so let's say you've got 2 stalls and a fenced off enclosure. Note that stalls and other buildings have a wall on the end. You can see it there, it's the wall on the end there. So that means that's fully enclosed. So if you had, for each farm expansion fully used, you pick up 4 bonus points, and then you score for special buildings. So here's the score, in this case for the half timbered house, and then you total up your score. So in that case it's 34, and whoever's got the highest score wins the game. So that's Agricola, all creatures big and small. So that's Uwe Rosenberg's Agricola, all creatures big and small. A variant for 2 players of the Agricola board game. Nowhere near as punishing as Agricola. You don't have to worry about feeding your farmers. You don't have to worry about growing crops. I mean, the only crop that's in there is reed. Yeah, you still have to collect wood and stone and so on, but it's a pretty reasonably light but also reasonably challenging 2-player game. At this moment in time, I'm not sure that my wife would play the full Agricola board game, but she certainly enjoys this version and has beat me every game. So make of that what you will. But if you like worker placement style games, or the theme of farming is an interest, this game's highly recommended. It's not something I would have thought I'd enjoy so much, being a lighter 2-player game, but it is very good. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more soon.